Okay, so we're going to do kind of two major things today. I'm going to have a little bit of usual routine, but with leading up to a possible farrier visit, possible successful farrier visit, I'm not sure where I want her to be for the farrier. On one hand, it's nice to have the flat surface of the barn, but she's not comfortable in the barn quite yet. But she also needs to do her feet and be messed with outside of the corral and outside of the barn. So I want to introduce working with her feet outside of the corral, just for something new. She's okay at the feet, and I say okay generously. Like, she'll let me pick them up, but obviously you've seen the duration is a bit of an issue. But we've haltered, led around. So that's working on the gate etiquette again. We're not going to barrel through the gate. Just because the gate's open doesn't mean we're going through it. We're going to take our time because the nice tempting grass, and then a little bit of leading. Again, the grass is really tempting, so sometimes we kind of, I don't want to say argue because I don't think that's right. We have a disagreement on what we want to do. Okay, there's something scary on the ground, and I want her to engage with it. She does not want to engage with it. I'm not sure how I feel about me doing this, because this is like obviously pressure release with a reward, and I think that's conflicting. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm not a trainer. Please talk to experts if you are interested in doing this. But we get better about it. She's actually still weird about hoses. She's not the best with them. She tolerates it, but when she sees one on the ground, she's not the best. So, okay. So again, working with her feet in a different environment. Really well. Really happy with what she's doing here. She's holding the duration is great. I'm even picking her feet, I think. I'm messing with them. So again, just introducing it in a new environment with new things happening, because that's just how life is, and we need to be good with all of it. So, pretty happy. I actually think she does well, and she should have not argued, should have said, hey, stop, because that was really long of a duration, right? You saw the last video where we couldn't even get to that. So this is really long duration happening, and I think I should have stopped or rewarded a lot more instead of just going for the full mile. I should have, rewarded the half mile. So again, this is kind of good to videotape yourself to see what you did wrong. Maybe don't wait a year to watch it like I did, but yeah. Okay. So now we're back to it. I have decided to pick her feet. So I went and got a hoof pick, and this is me picking them. No difference for her reaction-wise, and I am very happy with this because, well, picking the feet is not like the scariest thing. There's still something else happening, right? So I really appreciate that she, takes it in stride, doesn't seem to be bothered by the difference. Again, I should have been better about the duration. Look at that. Look. Really picking a foot. Oh, it's just like, I don't know. It's one of those things that you look back and you're just like, man, that was like a really big moment. Nowadays, it's like, whatever, you're picking her feet. Like, of course. But, back in the day, that was just like, Okay, so the next thing I do, again, I think I should have been more conscientious of how good she was being, and not necessarily, again, end on a good note or anything. It's just I need to reward more frequently, or give breaks more frequently, possibly. At the same time, she's super chill, whatever. So I get the rasp. I have an old rasp that I got, many, many years ago, and I use it as a training rasp because it's weird. But again, no issue. Like, this is totally fine. And I was really happy with that. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to kind of press my luck with the grass because, again, the grass is very tempting and I want this to be a successful thing. So I go ahead and bring her back into the crowd because the environment doesn't seem to matter. Doesn't seem to affect her too much. So we're going to work on that. But a rasping, a little bit weird, but that's okay. We're giving a break. We're going to try again. A little bit weird. We give a break. You can also see that I have to like reward and rasp with the same hand. So there is kind of a nice break for that. It forces me to take a break because, again, sometimes I don't take the break that I need to. And this is me saying, hey, you want to do it again? And a little bit of hesitation. She's basically like, no. And I think I should have stopped here in the sense of, I mean, obviously she's fine. Like, we worked through it, but like, she's not doing as well and I'm getting frustrated. So I am glad that I do stop. But I think when she said no, I should have kind of respected that more and said, you know what, you've done really great today, so we're going to just take it. But overall, pretty nice. Oh, I realized she has thrush. So this is me getting some just like silly little stuff. I think it's just thrush buster, which I know, like, yes and no. People like it, people hate it. But I went ahead and did that because I haven't been picking her feet and she hasn't been, she's been in this pen. So it's a little bit of environmental. Nothing terrible, but okay. So now, next stage is we're going to work on the barn again. So again, the barn is a very scary place. There's actually a covered carriage in the back of the cross ties. I've got the grooming stuff. There's just like a lot of stuff inside the barn that can be very scary. It's also dark. It's windowless. She just walks right in. I am very, very happy with her here. We're taking it slow. It's kind of nice. You can see her white legs. You can see where she's at. She's obviously nervous with the stretching because I want her to move. It is scary because when she turns around and faces outside, everything is scary behind her. So I think that's nerve-wracking. But overall, I think we do a really good job. The gate and the wind has to move, of course. Yeah. We do really well. Like, see, we're just standing. We're just taking it slow. I attempt to pet and groom, but she's just not a cuddly bug, so I don't have her cross-tied. I just have the lead rope. The cross ties in there are on hay strings, so it's no big deal. But yeah, just taking it slow. She's doing really well. I think I'm reading better about her threshold levels. Looking back, I wish I was a little bit more sensitive to them, even though you've got to be saying, like, you're really, really oversensitive about everything about her. But, like, on one hand, like, I really like that we did a really good job here. But on the other, I'm thinking, should I have cut it a little shorter? Should I have, gone in and out? Should I have stayed in this spot? I don't know what the right decision is. I don't think I made a wrong decision, but could I have made a better decision? Maybe. A lot of times, probably. And then I don't want to rush out. It's just like a gate. So this is us taking it slow. And there we go. So barn done. I think I'm updating my sister on everything we did today because I'm happy with it. So you can see, especially with the grass, she's wiggly. So now I'm like, okay, this is something we need to work on. Are we just antsy? Do we just want the grass? Why can't we stand still? Why would we want to stand still, So my sister is on the other side, so this is me working on her standing still. I'm just letting her stand, rewarding when she's still, being chill. And again, just showing her to be like, just chill. We're talking about her face because her goofy face marking. Again, not the prettiest thing, but we're not going to, be perfect on day one. We're going to reward to get to be where we want to be. And for the most part, it's working out. See? A lot better. A lot better. And then it's just, okay. And again, no rushing. I don't want to rush out of any situation. Take our time. Reinforce just standing still so she understands. I think a lot of the beginning is more of her like, what do you want? Standing still is probably a really weird concept, to just stand there quietly. And that's it. So really fantastic time, I think. A lot of stuff done and a lot accomplished.